What's going on, guys? Righto, so it's the day of the turd today. So had a heap of turds come in basically. So this thing we're not going to bother with because apparently it's done a head gasket. This little laser down here. Now I've been waiting, there's that one there and there's that one there that's come in. I've been waiting for the, a laser like that to come in because I've got a TX3 up there that's got, it's like original 14,000 Ks on it, but the dash is destroyed. So yeah, I can actually pull a dash out of the dash pad I'm talking about. So yeah, that dash pad there underneath that, it's really good in the other car. Worst case scenario is I'll just take that dash mat off. But yeah, so I don't think I'm even going to bother getting these running, but the one that I'm here to play with you guys is this ute. Now it's a shame that it's a Nissan Navarra, an early one. It's a shame that it's been hit here in this back section, but the rest of it's not actually too bad. So that's terrible, but that can be pulled out, that can be hit out. Like, I know it's a fair bit of work, but you know, it's got a tub, tailgate's not terrible, it's not rusted out. That's pretty good on this side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this open because that door handle's broken. Yeah, get it to a point where I can put some petrol down the carby, if it is a carby one. I don't know if it's injected or not. Yeah, in the meantime, here's a turd that my daughter Neralee and Lockie had been working on, this courier. So yeah, you guys check out this courier and I'll be back soon to show you where I've ended up here. Righto, so young Neralee, my youngest daughter, the one with the BMW, has started hanging out with some mates and they go four-wheel driving at night. So this Ford Courier come in. It's just an older manual 4-cylinder petrol, but it is 4-wheel drive. We done wheels on it, so we put these big wheels and tyres on it. So they're 265, 75, 16, right? And they scrubbed on the front. You can see how that there's dropped because the, okay, so I'll start. So we started to wind up the torsion bars, but the bolt snapped. So then that was like late at night, it was cold. So we brought it down the front here. And when I went to get the keys for that other ute that's sitting up there to move it out of the way, I said to Natalie, just drive backwards and forwards a couple of times and we'll see if it'll come loose. And when I was walking back down, it was like a gun went off, like bang, and the whole front dropped. So, which is good because you can see how low that side is there too now. So, and they're the big rims. So we're gonna try and lift it up. Yeah. So I've got this other parts one up here, which you'll see actually sits a lot higher. So Neralee and her mate now are going to jack up the front of this one and pull the torsion bars out. So we've already checked, these bolts here are the ones you do up for the torsion bars. So we've checked and they're loose, but it looks like, yeah. So they've got to undo the front there, take that out on both sides. So she's just going to jack it up, put this big wheel here underneath the front, get those torsion bars out, and then we can do a lift in that courier. So I'll back it out now. She sounds absolutely horrendous scrubbing on everything, but I'll back it up. I'm still trying to get my ute, the shed cleaned up, my SS50 out so we can get that Valiant ute tomorrow and get it in there. So Savannah will film the stupidity of backing this out with it just scrubbing. So give me a second. Bad jigger, like it's not rusty or anything, it's all complete, it's not filthy. So it's just a 4-cylinder petrol, but it is 4-wheel drive, fuel injected. There's a few oil leaks we'll have to do, it is aircon, but yeah, put another grill there. But yeah, we're just going to lift that up and go to scrub. So yeah, you can see the wheels, the back to the right, but I'll try and get that up just a little bit higher. But the front was only sitting down to about there on the front before, so yeah. But I'll see, like inside of it's pretty. Doesn't have central locking; it's too old and antiquated for that. But it'll be just a cool rig. It's cheap and it's just, yeah. So you see, inside's not trashed. Wind up windows. It's done 525,000 Ks. So it's only just running. It's pretty tidy. We'll put a stereo in it. It's There's a little bit of rust in the gutter there, but that's about it. Other than that, she's a pretty cool jigger. Yeah, I just rapped that my daughter's caught the bug of shit boxes. So yeah, and her mate's over there helping, so I'm happy with that. It's good. Both daughters over here playing. So there's Neryl's BMW there. Love this thing. I'm going to buy one of these myself. Because it's cheap on fuel, so I can go visit the girls in Brisbane and stuff instead of my stupidity all the time. But yeah, it's just nice. She lost those things the other day, the headlight washers. She's ordered some. But anyway, look at this, proud dad moments out here working on cars. How good is it? And I never forced it down their throats, and they've come to do it themselves, which is great. So yeah, they're gonna, yeah. So there we go. What do you reckon about that thing? It come in, it was a bit of a turd. They've done a fair bit of work to it to get it to that point, and yeah, it's actually on the road now, and they go out at night full driving and stuff. She whinges about how slow it is, but yeah, what do you do? What do you expect? Something so old. Righto, so let's have a look at this thing. Door trim is good except for the top bit, which that's easy to put a piece there or something. The dash looks like it's in pretty good shape. It's a non-aircon car. Now, where it's been hit this side, the plastic piece is missing, but I think that's it down there under the seat. It's not terrible in here. That is worrying, but at the same time, it's only going to be a turd. So, yeah, righto. So it's a non-aircon car. It is carbureted. Nothing special, no extractors, nothing like that. So, what I'm going to do is swap the battery out now, put some fuel down the throat. Let's see what she's going to do. So, I just undone the radiator cap. This is a good sign. Like, I just took that off, right? Look at that, it's still green in there. Seal's not broken. Yep, so it's like crazy. Oil, it has oil and it's not filthy, so that's alright. So that's about as far as the checks are going to go. I'm a little bit concerned. The only earth strap it's got are these little ones here, which is a bit ridiculous, but we'll see what it's going to do. Let's hit the key and see if it turns over. We'll stick a bit of fuel down the throat just to begin with, just to make me feel a bit better about that. Wow, I just spilt it all over myself. You haven't seen the video yet of when I almost caught myself on fire the other day. It's nuts. Well, hang on. Is that diesel? No, it's petrol. This looks a bit funny. It's probably stale as. I don't know. I found a jerry can with some fuel in the shed. But anyway, righto. Let's hit the key. See what she's going to do. You'd think by now I'd know what I was doing, wouldn't you? Ugh. Out of gear. We got nothing. Righto. I'll go figure out what's going on with the electrical situation and I'll be back. This is the bit where if I was any good at this YouTube stuff I wouldn't tell you what I just done. But when I walked to the engine bay, that battery there was in here, right? So I pulled it out and connected up the new battery. And I've looked at this and I've gone, gee, those earths aren't real good. Like, I don't know how that's going to start. And then when I couldn't get power, I'm thinking, there's no way that's heavy enough to run a starter motor. Then I've looked over this side and there was no battery in this side, but it's actually got heavy cables and stuff. So, righto. There you go. Not real bright, but let's see what she's going to do. Wow. You're joking me. That goes. You've got to be joking me. Well, there you go. What a gem. They told me the fuel pump was shot, which it sort of sounded like it just then, but let's see if I can do this one-handed. Tip a bit more Action Jackson down the carburation device. We'll see if we can get it to run a bit longer and see what it's going to do. That actually sounded really good. I'm sort of liking this. I'm in the midst of looking for a Christmas project to do, and this is a pretty good contender. Righto, so let's get in here this time, and it's got a quarter of a tank of fuel. Yeah, she's just running out of fuel, but we might press the clutch in. Might get it running enough to see if brakes seem to be working. Clutch feels like it's working. So we might just get it running enough, put it into gear. We'll go reverse and we'll see if we can't, we'll see what's behind it first actually. Oh, I got a fair lane there. We've got a little bit of room. So let's put some fuel in the carby, get it to run, and then we'll see if the clutch works. If the clutch works, then we'll go further. If the clutch doesn't work, yeah. I was going to sell this on my way back the other day. I thought, oh, Aaron, the local tattooist, his young bloke's looking for a car. I thought this would be perfect for him. I got some more of my flames done by the apprentice when I was there. But I fell in love with the thing between picking it up and getting to his place. Right, so let's see what's going to happen. Yep, that clutch is working. Well, it's wanting to grab anyway. It moved a little bit, so that's enough for me. So it went into gear, had foot on the clutch, which means clutch works. Okay, so let's pull the fuel pump apart, I suppose, and see if we can't drive this thing today. Okay, so that was the result. I'll keep going on this. Hopefully by the end of this video we'll be driving this. This worries me, but not massively. Like, this here's still good, right? So even if I cut that whole piece out and then just put that piece on the bench, because it still gives me those lines, and I just beat that into shape and then weld it back in, if I can't just pull it out. This will pull out all right, that'll belt out, but it's just a shame. Like, it's not rusty in the gutters. It's pretty cool with these windows. The bottoms of the doors aren't rusty. It's just a real shame to throw this thing away. I reckon it'd be a cool little mini truck. So what do you guys think? Windscreen's good, doesn't have aircon, which doesn't excite me, but yeah. Anyway, fuel pump. Stop talking shit, get some work done. You tell me, I will. Talking to yourself is the first sign of madness, isn't it? Got a plan. Okay, so your fuel filter's right there, which is easy to get to. And what I generally do is I buy these little fuel pumps in, like, well, I'll order 4 at a time. They're about 25, 30 bucks each, but little electric ones. Just little clacker pumps. They run about 7 PSI. So they're perfect for carby cars. I'll go in, I should have one in the cupboard. We might just get it, splice it in, put a little electric pump on it, and because the old guy we got the car off said that he put 5 litres in it and it ran, and then he went and got some more fuel and then it didn't run. So it's either churned up a heap of shit in the tank and blocked up the pickup, or the fuel pump failed just after he started trying to run it. So yeah, and it's probably a mission to get the fuel pump out. So let's have a look to see in my cupboard of excitement whether I have any fuel pumps. What do we got? What do we got? That's not one, that's not it, that's not it. Here we go, what's this? There we go, that's us. Righto. So they're just cheap ones you get on eBay and that. They should be new, I think. There we go, that's all we want. Righto, so I need to find some clamps, which I can probably steal off another car out the front there. A bit of hose I can steal off a car out the front, and step into the light, you knob. What else am I going to need? Some line, some electrical wire, sorry. Righto, I'll accumulate some stuff and I'll see you back out the front. Okay, in theory, we've got that pump in there now. That's into there, and we touch this wire here on the positive, and then that starts doing that, and we should see fuel come out of that. Here we go. It should start to pick up, is it? Come on. Yes, no. No. Okay. Or is it starting to pick up? I might pour some fuel down that way and see if I can't prime the system. I think we'll give that a bash. Okay, so we've ended up with plan B, which is pump directly to the carby into my bottle of fuel. So in theory I should be able to shove that in there. The pump should pick up fuel straight away, which it's done, which is filling the carby up. So then we should be able to this shitbox unloaded. We might drive this, I reckon. What do you guys reckon? It sounds like the best idea I've come up with all day. Righto, I don't know what I'll do. Might see if this runs too. Might have a quick play with the Captiva. What do you reckon? I think it's deterred, but it'd be good if I can drive it off. We'll give it a go. I only just bought this thing, so we'll see what it's going to do. Righto, so I think I'll make a prediction on this one. So I've just opened the bonnet, right? It must be spider today. Everything's covered in cobwebs today. So I've opened the bonnet and they said there's an issue with it, right? Positive terminal, negative battery. Negative terminal, yeah, so I'm guessing that without even touching it yet, that they've blown a main fuse or something by connecting the battery up wrong. That I'll take a punt on. Righto, I'll put some power to it and we'll see what it's going to do. Righto, so we've got power connected to it. Let's get up here and see what it's going to do. See if it's got any lights or anything. Oh no, it's got dash lights and stuff. Typical Captiva, lit up like a Christmas tree. Alright, see if she runs. Runs, but this is what Captivas are like. They have every single freaking light on. That's really strange. Actually runs really well. It's got no diesel in it at all though. Honestly, I don't even know what to say about that. That's ridiculous. Okay. Righto, we've got that new scan tool, so I might be able to do something with this thing. Maybe the auto's rooted in it or something. So, yeah. Okay, I will get this off the truck and get the forklift and we'll get that other ute out. That threw me a little bit. I didn't think that'd run. But there you go, and it actually runs really well. So, yeah. Oh well, let's see what it's gonna do. Jake's getting all precious about sitting on some grass and some spiders. Righto, he can film. There you go. Let's see what it's going to do, eh? That's it. Jeez, it runs like a dream. It's only got one flat tyre, so I'll be alright. I was worried about denting the side just then. She's a gem. We won't worry about testing the brakes yet. What do you reckon?
Oh, go on.
Don't want to slow the horsepower down. Into second, into first. Smell the rubber? It's off the belt, not off the tyre. What's that noise? I think it just seized a little bit unhappy. Which belt was it? Hope it hasn't seized a water pump. That'd really fucking piss me off. Ah, it's that belt there. So it's either alternator seized or water pump. Still not the end of the world because it does run good. So what do you reckon?
Jump it.
Is it worth cleaning up or not? What do you reckon? What do you reckon, Jake?
Jump it.
Jump it?
Yeah, jump it.
I don't know. If I can fix that, which isn't that bad really, the tray will come out, the other side's mint, the brakes worked I think, I don't know if I used them or not, but yeah, just work out water pump, fuel pump, and it's mint. Look at that, aerial's straight. Anyway, righto guys, what do you guys reckon? Should we piss about with it any further or not? Or should I just sell it to someone as a project? Righto, hope you enjoyed the turds today. Yeah, I don't know what's next, but anyway, there you go. Still.